Bill, like, you saying all this, does do you feel like there's any sorcery or anything magic being done, like with North Carolina? I mean, with North Carolina's situation right now.
You gotta remember,
like with the brother being killed.
The European killed that nigga on a harvest moon. Okay, go and look up the harvest moons. Go and look at the blood moons. We're talking about sorcery. The European does witchcraft. We deal with something called magic. They've got the Wicca shit. They deal with. They are known as Luciferians, meaning that they could feed off of your energy. The same way that you could feed off of a T-bone steak and think that you're getting healthy, but you're not.
Wow.
And they know how to feed off of the emotion. They are they're parasites, and you are the host. They are parasites in a planet. Earth is the host. Whatever entity, whatever frequency, whatever deity is encompassing their husk. Okay, and it seems to be able to come into their husk, or it seems to be able to take over their body easier than it's able to take over other people's body who have carbon, melanin, and spirits. All right, so they are inhabited by a malefic force that are utilizing the pain, the suffering, and the oppression of the original man, woman, and child, and the mineral kingdom, and the animal kingdom, and every fucking kingdom on this planet. They are crushing that shit and feeding off of the energy of the sorrow. So them doing that, you gotta remember, your DNA could be triggered. Post-traumatic slave syndrome could be triggered, right? All of that shit that took place when they were crushing us and the genocide was on us, it's getting triggered whenever you see Philandro Castile killed online 100 times on Facebook. Whenever you see homie with his hands up get clapped down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Peace. Whenever you see all of these places, all of these things taking place, it is triggering all kind of things. So on top of the stress that your mama's going through because crackers moved into Harlem and regentrified it, or they moved into Brooklyn, or they moved into all of the places that these niggas were complicit in lowering the motherfucking real estate. These niggas during that crack era, the people who I said back in the, go rewind the tape, go back, Romans, Cosmopolitan Society, mercenaries of all color, working for what? Pieces of silver and gold. When they get the pieces of silver and gold, they give it right back to Rome. So these niggas are Roman mercenaries. They've been working for Rome for a very long time. Damn. Mickey Barnes is Roman. Motherfucking Fat Cat was Roman. That nigga Alpo's Roman. BMF was Roman. All of them are Romans.
Wow.
What did they ever do for us? They killed the black messiahs. They were taking out the messianic ones.
Damn.
Okay? So all I'm saying is, the fact that this has been occurring in every single neighborhood that was getting regentrified has been lowered in value based off of the, remember, because the op was not your op family who's moving fucking birds, as if I'm supposed to be excited about that, you bird ass niggas. No, the op came from Nixon. The op came from Reagan. The op came from fucking Free Ray Ricky Ross was a tool. He was a token. He was a patsy. He didn't grow the coke. Even Escobar, Pablo was a patsy.
Wow.
The originators of the coke game, the originators of the crack cocaine epidemic is the government. It's already been proven. Nixon, the Nixon administration created the war on poverty to do what? Suppress the black messiah or the black messianic forces. And then the whole war in Vietnam, the reason why they opened up the draft and brought our brothers and sisters on the fucking heels of the Black Power movement was to neutralize the Black Power movement. And then they deemed their children enemies of the state, and that's the people that got killed in the 80s and the 90s through they called it the war on drugs, but it was really a war on niggas. And now the neighborhoods that got depreciated in value have been regentrified. So now because white people walk through Harlem, my rent went from 1,000 to 2,000, as if they are bringing value to our neighborhood because they put a fucking bagel shop out here. So all I'm saying is, coincidentally, all of the places that got depreciated in value, these are all of the places that are regentrified now. And then your mama is dying because what does stress do? Stress kills. Go to Harlem Hospital right now. The majority of the deaths, I could pull up a chart, the majority of the deaths is not gun violence. That's at the bottom of the list. The number one is abortion. Okay, then it's heart disease, then it's cancer. All of these are stress induced. So the killings on TV induce stress because niggas don't have an answer to that.
Yeah, because we just gotta watch it, sit home and like, damn, this shit's fucked up.
Because they turned off their gangster gene all of a sudden. They was gangster on World Star early in the day, then they want to take pictures with police later on. They're birds. They are bird ass niggas, okay? They're not really who they say they are. These are clones of original gangsters. These are clones of revolutionaries. They're not even trying to be revolutionary. They're trying to be gangsters. So they try to be Fat Cat. They try to be Nicky Barnes. They try to be Alpo. And like I said, these are government operatives. Even to the point that they even took it. It's not even called snitching. It's called debriefing.
Damn. So they're all the way agents.
So these niggas fashioned themselves after enemies of the black state. They fashioned themselves after they fashioned themselves after niggas who were co-opted. So what strength could you get out of that? That's why they running in circles, marching with police and taking pictures with them, because they are closer to them and their agenda than they are to us. Are they saving us? Are they helping us? Are they building us? Okay, so they doing the same thing that the crackers is doing. All right.
You know, it's funny you say that. I was listening to an interview with AZ, and he was saying like,
shout out to AZ.
He said anybody. He said after '92 or '93 or something. He said anybody who started selling drugs majorly. He said he had no doubt that they were working for the feds.
They had to be.
He said because El Chapo they allowed them to sell the drugs.
El Chapo was working for the DEA. Okay, they allowed BMF to be BMF in Atlanta.
That's crazy.
They allowed all of that shit to happen.
They let it rock. Yeah.
It's an op. It's an op. Yeah. And if you niggas get all that money and can't and never bought a book to do the research or paid somebody to teach you that shit, then the joke is on you at the end of the day. Okay? It was an op. And this shit that's going on right now is an op. How is everybody on heroin all of a sudden? But they're in Afghanistan where all of the poppy is coming from. These niggas is on real heroin. They on some strong shit. That's coming out of Afghanistan.
So that's the war on terror right there.
The same way that when they was in Vietnam, niggas all of a sudden became dope fiends in America, and that's where the poppy was at then.
Yeah.
All right? America don't care about nobody. You niggas think that it's a white thing. They kill their own.
Yeah.
It's different tribes of white people. The Irish were the niggas of Europe prior to them creating what is known as the white race. They was banging on the Czechoslovakians. The name slave is Slovakians. That's originally the Slavs. They don't like their own. They don't rock with their own. You got the Protestants. You got the fucking Catholics. You got the all kind of different sects warring with each other. They had something called a 100-year war. The biggest white-on-white violence is World I and World II.
So, but are they all our enemy then? If they enemies amongst themselves, or is the enemy my friend?
No. They got to deal with their own because they never came. Why do I got to tell you that? Why am I on camera putting my life in danger, giving you these fucking bars, and your European friend who been, you know what I mean, piping your women's down, or you piping them down, and all of these other things, chilling with you at the water cooler? Why the fuck did they didn't tell you that? They know that. They get this information in the household. Why didn't they tell you about your greatness? They want to come and march with you, but they don't want to put, they never bought a bag. They don't want to secure the bag. They don't want to give up none of their resources. They don't want to give up none of the shit that they didn't even take it. They're almost like caretakers to the shit. They just fell into fucking place. They're actually sitting on the throne waiting for your bitch ass to wake up and take your shit back. But these niggas balls, they got demasculated. They cut they're eunuchs now. They cut their balls off. Okay? These are not even men that we're talking about. They're operating on an alpha, beta frequency, utilizing the alphabet, which is a spell casting language.
Well, if you're alpha though, Red,
we doing away with the alpha me. I was using that before. Okay. The alpha male. We can't do the alpha male.
Well, if you ready to put in work, or if you ready to do anything, they locking you up, or you got a million niggas that's telling you no, or yo, you fucking shit up, you making it hot. You know what I'm saying? So how do these brothers survive? Or, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you go out there and you start being a willy, they gonna take you down. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you start trying to make a statement.
Niggas is taking penitentiary chances as we speak. Motherfuckers is committing sophisticated suicide as we speak. You understand? I don't want to hear about what ifs and all of that. Fuck that. These niggas go out and put grenades on them and blow themselves up every minute. They don't need no instruction. Okay? Stop it. We can't give these niggas no excuses. Nobody needs excuses no more. We all grown and we know what it is.
Okay.
How is a white bullet different than a black bullet? All right, man. That's excuses. That's cowardice. That we can't come through with the cowardice no more. Let's be real. Okay, this niggas dying for no reason. We could give them a reason.
That's real.
Okay.
That's real.
Niggas riding through in scooters, looking half dead, all up and down 2/5 with no fucking purpose.
That's real. Yo, what's your thoughts on, you know what I'm saying, like after 9/11 there was a bombing in New York. You know what I'm saying? What was your thoughts on the bombing?
It's a false flag.
Okay.
It's a false flag. 9/11 was the false flag. The same fucking players in 9/11 is still playing you niggas right now. Giuliani, Trump, the Clintons. They still fucking playing you. It was an op. And you niggas won't sit down for the national anthem. You were putting your hands on your heart still, so I have no remorse for any of these niggas. They get everything that they deserve. I'm waiting. I'm praying that this shit speeds up. Okay, it's two options you niggas are left with. The purge, to purge you niggas out of this shit. The same thing that China had to do to their own, or you niggas will receive some kind of love, and you will atone for your sick fucking ways. They burnt an 11-year-old in Chicago. They shot him and put him in the fucking trash. So all I'm saying is this. It's two options at the end of the day. There's nothing to talk about. There's a war on us. It's internal and it's external. Every time that we got conquered, it's because we had internal conflicts. You niggas have weakened us. Bottom line, you hip hop niggas have weakened us. We really gotta get real with this shit. We gotta be real with this shit. So I don't care about that shit that happened in Chelsea. That's a false flag. Okay. I went down there and looked at it. Okay. It's not even real. It didn't even register. Hillary Clinton looked like she died on 9/11. That's what the talk is. When the bitch passed out. Okay. So no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And they captured him alive. And when they showed you that, they showed you that the war is not on the Arab. The war is not on the perceived quote-unquote threat. The war has always been on the black messiahs. The war has always been on us. Even that war on terror. It's a war on terra firma. It's a war on niggas. Phil Valentine told us that the day, about a week after the towers dropped. I feel sorry that y'all didn't get the information, but consciousness is called being aware. So I'm aware of everything that's taking place, so nothing catches me off guard. I'm not reactionary. I'm not jumping around with my fucking head cut off. You niggas look retarded on Twitter, you sound retarded on Instagram, and you look more retarded on ESPN and all of these places where the fucking coon train is in full effect. These niggas don't even know what to say. The rappers sound stupid. All lives don't matter. Hold on. All lives don't matter. Because if all lives matter, let everybody out of fucking jail in Attica. If all lives matter, let the rapists who raped your daughter run wild. If all lives matter, stop eating meat, you bird ass niggas, because they said all lives. They didn't say all human lives. Yeah. They said all lives. Don't step on the roaches in your house. Okay, so all lives don't matter. You cannot change the natural progression of a universe that existed before you came here. And what that means is that people die every day, B. Alright? That is the natural fucking cycle of the world. That as people die, people are born. How could you niggas act like you gonna stop that? Why? What makes you, because you got internet access and Wi-Fi, you become so arrogant that niggas think that they're powerful, that they could say something as dumb as that, and black lives don't matter, especially coming from homosexuals, because you are part of the eugenics program. You don't even want to procreate. You ain't even want to live. You don't even want to, you don't even want to push your race. You don't even want to push your bloodline. What about your last name? Are you fucking another man for your last name? Are you even helping to procreate your fucking your generation, or just your family? You should be ashamed of yourself. All of them, the women and the men. So I don't want to hear that. Abortions are at 500,000 for black people just this year alone. So how does Black Lives Matter? Y'all stopping the messiahs from being recreated or reincarnated. Huh? They don't even talk about that with their little rallies and stuff. So no, it's not true. Okay? It's a fucking slogan.
You might can answer this, because they said that 5 weeks before Terry Nichols blew up that federal building, they paid the mortgage on this house.
Yes, they did.
Woo!
Yeah. talking about, I mean, I don't even think that those was planes that hit the towers, B.
The World Trade?
Yeah, that shit is still up in there, and how quickly we forgot. So all of the dudes that's pledging allegiance, you pledging allegiance to a cabal. You pledging allegiance to a defunct de facto. You understand? The shit is a corporate. It's not even a government. You pledging allegiance to a genocidal, imperialistic government who are going around killing millions of people in your fucking name. So fire burn, divine retribution is taking place. There's a universal law of karma. You cannot, black people cannot carry on with so much savagery. You are trying to out-savage the fucking savages. You become more European and Roman than the Roman. They did a bait and switch on you niggas.
Damn.
Now they acting like they civilized. Remember when we was young, who was the original homosexual? Was it not Europeans?
Yep.
Was they not the ones running around holding hands? Then the Spanish girls was the first lesbians. Now all of our women is that. Now all of our men is that. They were the savages. They were the ones who were eating people. They were the ones who were not even healthy. Now we not healthy. Now they got Whole Foods and you niggas are still eating. Now y'all contemplate eating raw fucking food, raw meat and stuff like that. That's what they did. That's what they did. So they did a bait and switch on you. And through media and through miseducation and through all kind of things, all kind of operations, biological, chemical, spiritual, education. I mean the wars on multiple fronts. You know what I'm saying? So they've convinced lower level through a campaign. The campaign was the quiet weapons, silent war. The campaign happened in full swing during the crack era. You know what I mean? And you niggas have been you've been denationalized. You've been dethroned from whatever seat that you were sitting in. And that 5% of us, or maybe 6, who are waking up, who are seeing what it is, who popped the red pill, who know that this shit is bullshit. We have a motherfucking job to do, and it's not to run around on some soapboxes trying to be motherfucking kumbaya and wake people up, because at the end of the day, they're not gonna wake up. You need to focus on the people that are already woken up and build something and do something and function in a way that's safe for not only you, but your motherfucking children and the ones that are unborn so they could come in. Bottom line, and we need somewhere to take. We need a place so our elders could be elders in peace.
That's real.
They're not elders in peace in this fucking jungle. They're not elders in peace in zombie land around these dead niggas. How could they be in peace 60, 70, and 80 years old? How could they be at peace when they get on the bus and these niggas are savage and they have no fucking brakes on their mouth and they don't treat grandparents the way that they used to?
No respect.
So why don't we go, for everybody that's convenient Africans, or you convenient Africans, why don't you send the elders to one of these villages? Why don't we get somewhere in the Caribbean to send them so they could be not hospice, so they could retire in a comfortable state. They could eat alkaline. They could drink alkaline water. They could eat alkaline fruits. They could be able to function in a proper state. I want Monk to not have to fucking hustle out here every day. You understand? Monk was with Malcolm X.
That's crazy.
Monk should not have to hustle out here every fucking day. Monk is a legend.
That's crazy.
Even though he loves to hustle, no, Monk is a hustler. But what I'm saying is, give Monk an option. Say, Monk, we gonna send you to Jamaica for the week. We're gonna send you to Costa Rica for 2 weeks or 2 months. We're gonna send you to Sabi's village for a while to soak in the thermal waters. You know what I mean? And just chill. Eat some, you know, drink some sea moss or something. That's all I'm saying. Because there's been too many cases of our elders. They didn't die gracefully. All right? They didn't leave this planet gracefully. They left it in pain. They left it sick. So we got to be able to fix that. Why do so much work in the 60s and the 50s and the 70s for our people, and our people just shit on them in these days and time where these young niggas have no respect whatsoever for their elders because they traumatized themselves.
That's real.
So they coming in and they don't have no connection to the elders because some of them was selling crack to their elders, getting head from their elders when they was teenagers. They fucking sick. So who's gonna heal the healers? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real. Yo,
because when they become ancestors, either they're gonna burn you niggas and help you, either they're gonna burn you from the ancestral realm and send all kind of iniquities on your motherfucking head, or you're gonna be able to summon them for help. So the European understands ancestral worship. Whatever deity he prays to, he feeds them through blood sacrifice. He becomes stronger like that. He takes advantage of certain portals that like full moons, new moons, alignments, and he feeds whatever deity that they were summoning in Europe in order to defeat us as Moors, right? Whatever entities, they summon up these entities. They do rituals to feed these entities, and then they utilize these entities to do work for them. Similar to the shit that you saw on I Dream a Genie. Remember I Dream a Genie?
Yeah.
She was summoned, the motherfucking genie. Then the genie pop up, and the genie said, what do you want me to do for you? So they know how to harness energy. They know how to harness these entities, and these entities are working for them because you're not working for yourself. You niggas are spooked out and you're scary, and you don't know the power of your African ancestors. You don't know the power of your American ancestors. You don't know the power of your ancient African traditional systems. Bottom line, and the European is utilizing Wicca. They're utilizing, they went into the Congo and conquered. You think that they didn't take Palo Mayombe with them? Them niggas is in Haiti in the mountains learning fucking Yoruba, man. And voodoo and stuff like that. They all in Louisiana with our Creole brothers and sisters. They got white people all up in Louisiana doing that magic and work. So don't ever think for a day that these motherfuckers are not into something in the unseen realm. Look, science is magic, because I could call China right now and you will not see the intelligence or the ray of light leaving my phone. Doesn't mean that nothing is taking place, because a nigga from China will pick up the phone like, you'll pay now. Okay?
Facts.
That is a form of that. You can't explain that. Okay, so there are all kind of entities that you cannot see. You can only see the spectrum, 10% of the spectrum of life with the human eyeball. So you don't even know what the fuck is around you. You don't know what's around you. So I said the manipulation of the elements, but the manipulation of energies. You're seeing this shit taking place, man. You're seeing it taking place, and they are getting stronger. You niggas ain't doing no blood sacrifices. You're not into martyrdom. You're not laying down. If they take one, you're not laying down 10. Because as much as I could disagree with Nicky Barnes and like some of the shit that they was doing back then, they, fam, off camera, please. They had a code, a street code. They had a code of ethics that if you touch a black baby, if you touch a black child, if you touch one of them, they will touch you in ways that you don't want to be touched. That's what they was doing. And like I said, they weakened the stock of our people. They weakened the gene pool. They weakened the pedigree. We was thoroughbreds, these niggas are mules now. Okay? They're not the same stock. Go look at the niggas from the 80s. It's not the same stock. Go look at Mike Tyson. He's not even himself anymore. Okay? They manipulated the stock, and they could do it through genetics. They could do it with GMO. They could do it with the weed. The weed is GMO. They could do it with the 40 ounces. They could do it with the Cavassier, because none of you niggas manufacture none of the shit that you eat. You don't manufacture nothing. So how the fuck do you know what's being done to it in its manufacturing stage? Riddle me that. Okay. You don't even know. So they can manipulate us. They have cracked the genome. They've cracked the motherfucking out. They cracked the gene code of the human being. So they're doing something called designer DNA now. You could program your child. Your child could be blue black with blue eyes if you want that. So if they could do all of that,
I've been hearing that,
and they could clone sheeps, you think that they don't know how to manipulate us? So when we were scientists, when we had labs, when we were gene splicing, and we created what is known as the European, we were into taking man and making God. They have the power of taking God and turning him into man. They're reverse engineering us. That's what we're seeing right now. So don't talk war around me. I don't even want to hear you niggas talk war, because you're not war ready. I don't think so. You need more people. I don't really see it. These niggas want to pray. They want to cry. You know what I mean? They want to apologize. They want to hands up, don't shoot. They want to wave white flags. They want to get on. They want to buck dance. They want to do everything but buck. All right, but they're gonna buck on me, and they're gonna buck on him, and they're gonna buck on each other, and they're gonna buck on their mama, and they're gonna buck on their papa, because they got mommy daddy issues, but they won't buck on these motherfuckers that got their foot and their hand up their ass. At the end of the day, what are we gonna talk about? What is there to talk about? The only people that I'm willing to talk to at the end right now, at this point in Junction's time, is people that are vibrating at a frequency akin to mine. Not even niggas calling themselves conscious, because that's not even enough. A lot of them niggas is co-opted and birded out. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Black Lives Matter is a fucking op. You know what I mean? A bunch of homo ass niggas running around taking money, robbing from my people, stealing from my people. You know what I mean? Pump faking, Twitter finger ass niggas. Where they at right now in North Carolina? Where they at? Where was they at in Flint? With all of the, remember they secured the bag. They had it. What happened to Flint?
Know about it. Strap on the waistline. And that ain't even how I'm trying to go about it. I just don't leave home without it. Okay, it's go time. I'm the Lakers and it's showtime. I ain't got a master cause I own mine. Grind shit, I'm on mine. Trap like Wi-Fi. Fiends got them online. Got so many tools that I should go and build a shed. How they gon' stand with me? They got Paul George leg. And I'm banging on them like him. Smoking on him. Eating shrimp on the yacht. Coming to the mansion every war by yacht. Yeah, money, we got a lot. My pack coming in on submarines. These niggas now they can't fuck with me. For every day I starve, nigga, I'm a feast. Every day it's young niggas dying in the streets. I know I run it up, but Lord forgive me. No pun intended. I could walk on water. I ain't need no brown nigga in. This ain't the Carter, this is Dunbar. And I ain't telling all my brothers, nigga. And that's word to my mother, nigga. Yeah.